Tonight, Commonweal MP Billy Graham Talangi calls for an annual fishing expedition to Beveridge Reef. Prime Minister Dalton Tangilangi attend several meetings in China and France. And Telecom Niue is to expand its 4G network coverage. Good evening, whakaalofalahiatu. I'm Esther Pavihi. Welcome to our BCN News Bulletin for tonight. And of course, a warm whakaalofalahiatu to all our viewers from across the Pacific, thanks to our friends at Pacifica TV. Leading the news tonight, Commonweal Member of Parliament Billy Graham Talangi is calling on the government, and with the support of the Niue Oceans Wide Trust, to take 2 fishing expeditions a year to Beveridge Reef. This call comes after a robust conversation on social media over the weekend as locals lament the irony that while Niue is considered a leader in ocean conservation, the locals say there is inequality on who gets to enjoy the benefits of the ocean because Niue does not have a fish market. The conversation also prompted interest from the Solomon Islands to supply fish to Niue. While some local fishermen think the idea of having a monthly fish market will never happen because there are not enough fishermen on the island to supply the market. Here's the story. Veteran fisherman and Commonweal Member of Parliament Billy Graham Talangi, who is in New Zealand this week, said that he will propose to the government and to the Niue Oceans Wide Trust to finance 2 fishing expeditions a year to Beveridge Reef to supply the local demand for fish and seafood. Billy Talangi said fishing is not very good at the moment, and when the catch is not good, like in times of need, in the past, fishing expeditions to the Beveridge Reef will bring fish and seafood for the people of the island. Another local fisherman, James Douglas, agrees with Billy Talangi, saying that fishing is not good at the moment. He said that for several years now, the fishing hasn't been very good. He said before COVID, they used to see 5 or 6 fish per fisherman a day. Now, fishermen will be lucky to get 1 fish a day. Billy Talangi said that the irony is that Niue is very good at protecting the benefits of the ocean for future generations, but the current generation are not enjoying the benefits of the ocean today. Meanwhile, local fisherman Ian Richardson on social media said that the idea of having a fish market in Niue is never going to happen because they just don't have enough fish coming in to provide for the local demand. Richardson said that there are only 3 full-time fishermen on the island. He said fuel prices are very expensive, and he also called on the government to provide more fish aggregating devices or FADs. It is though understood that local canoe fishermen are not fans of the FADs because while they attract fish closer to the island, they also attract sharks, and many fishermen complain about the sharks eating their catch. Sharks are a protected species. In response to the conversation on social media about Niue not having a fish market or fish readily available for locals to buy on the island, a fish exporter in the Solomon Islands says that they can fill the gap, sending pictures of mainly reef fish caught in the Solomon Islands that can be exported to Niue. However, one local business who imports fish and seafood from New Zealand said that, in his experience, locals will still prefer locally caught fish and seafood over imported seafood. Billy Talangi told BCN News that upon his return to the island next week, he will proceed with his proposal to the government and to the Niue Trust, and he is hoping that the leaders of the island will support the call for fishing expedition to Beveridge Reef. Prime Minister Dalton Tangilangi has spent the last 3 weeks overseas. He left the island on the 23rd of May and will return on Monday next week. While overseas, Prime Minister Tangilangi was hosted by Super Rugby in Hamilton, New Zealand last month for the Moana Pacifica and Chiefs game. We follow his overseas meetings from government press releases and social media posts. 2 weeks ago, Prime Minister Dalton Tangilangi left New Zealand and led a delegation to China for the Pacific Foreign Affairs Ministers' meeting with China's Foreign Affairs Minister Wang Yi. Prime Minister Tangilangi was accompanied by members of the Alofi South Village and the Member of Parliament for Hikutavake, Ian Hipa, and Mrs. Emmy Hipa, the Director of Foreign Affairs. After China, Prime Minister Tangilangi went to Nice in France for the 3rd United Nations Oceans Conference. Last week, he joined other Pacific leaders at the Blue Economy and Finance Forum, hosted by the Secretariat of the Pacific Community in the Principality of Monaco. Minister of Natural Resources Essa Mona Ainu is also at the Oceans Conference in France, along with the team from Niue Oceanwide and Dr. Josie Tamate. Prime Minister Tangilangi and Minister Ainu are expected to return to the island on Monday next week. In the meantime, the Minister of Finance, Honourable Crosley Tatui, is acting Prime Minister. And the Director of Health, Minerva Ikimau, confirmed to BCN News today that a medical evacuation flight was requested on Sunday. The air ambulance arrived on Monday to medevac a female patient to Auckland. The patient arrived in a stable condition and is now in the care of a large hospital centre in New Zealand. According to the director, the coordination of the medevac involved several government agencies and the New Zealand Air Ambulance Services. This was to ensure the safe transfer of the patient from the Niue Hospital to New Zealand. The patient is reported to be in a stable condition in hospital in New Zealand. And in other news, Telecom Niue has announced the rollout of the optical fibre cable, or OFC, repeaters around the island after the successful installation of the OFC repeater in the village of Liku. The rollout of the additional repeaters will support the expansion of the 4G coverage to the outer villages. In a press release, Telecom Niue said this latest infrastructure enhancement is part of its ongoing commitment to improving connectivity and ensuring more reliable and faster internet services for the people of the island. The new repeaters in Liku will significantly strengthen signal quality and internet performance for residents in the area, marking another key milestone in the nationwide fibre to the premises rollout, which is underway with the rollout of the second island fibre. Zora Feilo-Makapa is the other Niuean recipient of the King's Birthday Honours List announced in New Zealand earlier this month. Zora spoke with me earlier this week about being awarded the Honorary King's Service Medal for services to the Niuean community in New Zealand. Zora said that most of her work is with the Tupumayanga Niue Trust, an organisation established to provide support and to cultivate the interest in the anga whakamotu in New Zealand-born Niueans. She said that under the Tupumayanga Trust, they hold workshops and meetings, and a significant part of the program is to make sure that they take part in every Niue Arts Festival held on the island, something Zora said they have been able to do since the festival started some 15 years ago.
I was really shocked and surprised. I was not expecting that. I was driving, had to pull over and opened this email, and that is how they notify us. And I didn't really believe it, but when you kind of open this email and then you see the King's emblem, because they'll send you a letter with all these. I was just really shocked. I was really dumbfounded. Did not expect it at all. But thank you to everybody who nominated me, because I know there's a nomination process by our fellow Niueans. So that's awesome.
Earlier this year, they were in Niue, where Zora also launched her latest book. Zora Feilo-Makapa is joined by two other Niueans, Meleua Ikiua, who will be awarded the Member of the New Zealand Order of Merit for services to education and the Wangahau Niue, and John Junior Kumito, who will be awarded the Member of the New Zealand Order of Merit for services to the Pacifica community.
The work I have done over the years is a lot of community work. So I've worked at Auckland Council as a program coordinator, but I've also worked within the Tupumayanga Niue Trust for the last 18 years. Now that is a big bulk of the work that I've received the award for, which is for community work and arts work. So it's work that's very fulfilling. It's for our Niue community.
A small event to mark the unveiling of the new sign for the tide gauge station at the wharf took place this morning. The event is planned to also mark World Oceans Day last week. The purpose of the tide gauge station is to provide vital ocean data for the work of the government or government agencies, industries and the community. The honour of unveiling the signs were given to the Acting Minister of the Ministry of Natural Resources, Honourable Talaisi Tama Talaisi. Also in attendance was the Australian High Commissioner, Her Excellency Olivia Ponkham. The data captured from the tide gauge station is kept by the Niue Met's office. The information is then used to generate tidal predictions, tsunami monitoring and long-term sea level records, and this will help create better understanding of how weather and ocean systems interact. The tide gauge station in Niue is part of a network of 15 stations across the Pacific region. This is a component of the COSPAC project and managed by the Pacific Sea Level and Geodetic Monitoring Project. And we end our bulletin tonight with the highlights from 2 marine days. Firstly, the Mutalau Marine Day, which was held 2 weeks ago during the King's Birthday long weekend. A great day for the fishing community on the island and also for the village of Mutalau. And the village of Hakupu also held their Marine Day last Saturday in the lead up to their annual village show day this coming weekend. And all the very best. Remember to visit the Hakupu Annual Village Show Day on Saturday. Whiawhia Rex will bring you the bulletins next week while I attend the first Women in Media Pacific Conference in Fiji. I'll be back with you on the following week. Until then, I'm Esther Pavihi. You have a good night. Morene pono no whana.